can't remember, of September. Um, it's like 3:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep after this. I've been up all. Can't remember what hour, what time I got up yesterday, but I've been working all day. I realized the projects that I'm working on now are my Google Earth pages, which I have. How many of them? I have world history. That's the biggest one. The city of Rome gets its own one. Tribes of Italy would be in the world history, but once I get to the city of Rome, that gets its own page. And then there's Boulder. And there's Boulder, Rome. Then you have Boulder County fauna. Yeah, so I guess 5. Oh, and then Atlantis, 6. And each one of those is really big, but the biggest one would be world history, and so that's the one I started working on today, and it's very... it's going to end up being very time-consuming, like at least a month. I'll be working just on this page, and I don't know if I'll even finish it before I burn out. I was working just on like France for the last couple of days. So I've been figuring out how I wanted to do it. I've decided that I'm not gonna have those Google Earth icons, because the icon from now, because everybody knows it's Google Earth, I'm gonna have an icon that it pertains to what you're clicking on, you know, because I have so many of them. But I wanted to have icons for the tribes, the ancient tribes of the different countries, and you don't have icons. So how do you make icon for those? Because they're only 20 pixels. So yeah, for some stupid reason I did a screen capture of the wall, but you can't see that. And then I did the whole thing covered in, I think at 40% like it is, can't see it, and then 100% can't see that. Or you can see it, but you could see it better if you take away the background, because then what you're really looking at is the shape. And that's how you would identify anything, is the shape. And the color of the image is the same as the background, but it's darker, so you can see the outline of all of them. And so I did connect all of the 66 tribes of France without doing the background. But since it's linked, all I have to do is replace the color, the images, and I'll have to relink it. You just do a batch edit and replace those with the ones without their background. There's this, I have Adobe, I have Photoshop, but there's this program called Background Remover that you have to pay for. I can't remember how much it is. It's not that cheap. But it does a really good job of removing backgrounds. So, and they give you can do them for free if you do them one after the other on your own. But I'm not going to do it that way. At the same time, I'm going to do it all because I have so many of them. But it removes. I trace the shape of the tribe in the city and make it 100% solid color, and so that makes it really crisp when the background remover removes it. So you see the shape, so it works great. So I was spending all day today. Like, I finished the cities. I finished the tribes, and I had to trace the solid, the polygon tool over the wall. All I had before was the wall, and I think I remember before that I knew I was going to have to do that because and with the website I'm going to write, with the different fonts, how far around the circumference of the wall is and how many acres and square kilometers the city is in the tribe, because you have to have all that information available along with the picture of it. Gives you a great clear view of it, even though it only takes up just one line and a 20 pixel icon. So, like that saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You get a picture with each line. Just a little 20 pixel picture, but they work fine. It's just small enough, just big enough. I had to create I finished pasting in and doing the screen capture of the city and the country. I did all the tribes in France and England. I created and I did the screen capture of the solid color over it. Yeah, I liked it. And I linked it on France. I think on England too. Yeah, in England too. So then today, most of the day was creating the tracing for the cities, and there's 130 or something, 127 or something cities, or more, 150 or something, just in France. So I only got to like 125, 123 or something. There's so many steps that I have to do. Like, I have to trace it. I have to change the, make it solid for the screen capture, but then I have to make it unsolid again, because it can't be solid when you open it, because it has to be realistic. You have to just see the wall. And then you have to punch in all those, then your numbers for it, and yeah, it just took forever. But France is the biggest one out of all the countries that I have, I think, maybe with the exception of America. I don't know, but the world history page, Google Earth page, it's the biggest of the Google Earth pages, and when it comes down to overall pages, yeah, it's one of the biggest pages. It's crazy time consuming. So, like, I don't even expect to be able to finish. I'm just gonna plug away on this just as much as I can every day. I have a nice living situation because I can work on can work on my bed, like whenever, like in the morning when I get up. And then my new roommates, like, never here. And I just come out in the living room all day, and like at night, and I just hang out in the living room, and watch my animals and my birds fly back and forth, and just the whole trippy coolness of the living room. So that new element of a new place to go, that's really cool. That's more comfortable to hang out in. Like, my back was starting to hurt just laying on my back all the time. That it helps me be able to just work all the time. So I'm yawning a lot, so hopefully that'll mean I'll be able to get to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. Like right now, and then tomorrow yeah, it won't be like too long until I finish the cities of France, and then I can do the batch edit. And I think I'll even do, yeah, take the background off it and then link it. I also have the first 100 cities of France today. I attached all of the data, the circumference in miles and kilometers and acres and square kilometers, all in different, they're the two different fonts for distance and size. And so yeah, I'll be able to finish the series of France tomorrow, like in the beginning part of the day. And then I can move on, finish France, and fix the backgrounds for the tribes, and then get going on like finish Britain, and like just start to get moving, you know. This my Google Earth pages are, I think everything works really great on my cell phone. Everything on my website, my timeline, everything. But the Google Earth pages work really well also on the timeline. On a cell phone, because all those different files are too big for a cell phone to handle, and will be for a while. So it's much better, if you want to look at things on Google Earth, to just do it piecemeal with the website, just the little things that you want to do, instead of have to download some big thing which then overloads it, and the only thing that you can look at is an image. So and I can have it set up where you can get everything that you need, even the little things to explain the whole story, just getting to individuals. And then I could do like a tour, a demo of that. But yeah. So anyway, so that's enough talking. Tomorrow, yeah, hopefully I can keep going. I haven't been eating very well. I had like a big bag of Doritos, and I've been drinking like all these energy drinks, because they're only $1.50 now. And oh man, another bug got in. These moths get in to the light that heats like Tegu. And I let one out today. It was in there for like a couple days. It was like, I hope it survived. It was like exhausted. Couldn't fly. And now there's another. The Tegu tried to eat it, but he couldn't swallow it. He was like, he got his wing, and it was like flapping, and the Tegu's like trying to. And it finally got away, but I couldn't get it to fly out. I got it to leave the cage today because it was on the inside of the cage. I just opened the door and he fell off on the floor and like crawled a little bit. Then I put him in one of my plants. Anyway, those things almost look like birds when they fly around. My Tegu is like half brumating. He's not full grown. He's like 8 or 9 months, but he only comes out every other day. And then I feed him, and then he goes in for another 2 days. And he eats his food. I give him like a half hamburger patty every other day. So, anyway, letting my Tegu regulate his own food. Anyway, there's enough talking. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll make it past like England, or I'll be working on England. I'll make it past France, be working on England. But this Google Earth of history page is like it. I'll be working on this in a month and not be done. Like a couple months or something just on this page. So I'll probably burn out on it and then kind of dance around between the different Google Earth pages. Okay, talk to you tomorrow.